trying to cause trouble with me. But you get that anyway. So my new routine when I have my own place, eventually, I'll probably change my routine to what it is now to something much earlier during the day, especially in winter, because winter you're basically getting sunlight from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So you might as well just get up like 5 or 6 in the morning, get a really early start in the day, during the day, head out when daylight draws in, and then start your day. So Thursday to me, when I have my own place, it will be shopping day. Monday to Fridays, basically going out, doing my independent walk somewhere like the Heritage Line, or walking up to where the Spire is in that area. So I mean, there's a lot of opportunities, and if I've got a little smart car to drive around in, it means I can go further afield. But yes, so I might end up going to this earlier routine at some point. So me and my mum will separate from each other. Yeah, I mean, my mum, I do support her for what she does in her own life, but we do have a tiff occasionally to argue about something. And yeah, it happens with family all the time, even friends, and when you're in a relationship with someone. Happens a lot. I personally admit I'm not good with stress, but some people can cope with it better than others. But yeah, so also Vena's really struggling with her mum. As I said, she's struggling with her mum not being in the house with her at the moment, because she basically expects to do everything for her mum in a two-bedroom place. I'll tell you what, when I move, I'm going to be like, yes, but also going to feel very strange to start with, because that'll be a new experience for me. Because I've been living with my mum all my life, and once the day I separate from it, it's going to be so much different. But I know I can have that relief too, in that sort of strange and enjoyable way, because when you're living with a family member for so long, you know, you've got that bond with them, but you kind of want to get to a point in your life you want to move out and you have your own way of life. It's just, you're stuck in this barrier. You can't move until you get the green light and put the barriers down, you can go. But yeah, it's a kind of a sticky situation at this moment. So we're going to start looking at properties for me and my mum soon, but for the time being, while COVID's going on and my sister and her boyfriend is trying to find jobs and somewhere to live, it's kind of more difficult for a lot of people. I mean, someone like me, I'm not interested in working. I have my YouTube, it's more than enough for me. I do my independent walking 5 days a week. I mean, I go shopping at the end of the week because everything will be fresher for the weekend. Personally, when I go shopping, I try to do it like somewhere in the early afternoon, because people go in there like 9 a.m, sharp, go and get their stuff, and there'll be a tailback just going to Tesco or Asda or M&S or something, and you can take half an hour to just get in. It's insane. But that's what it's like during the week, during the morning. So much I can say about that. What else? Yeah, I also like to find out what's been causing my head issues again. I'm curious, but obviously I won't know until I'm spoken to the chap who deals with that sort of problems. I haven't seen him, well, I haven't seen him since March, but yeah, I guess in what I might end up doing, they'll probably say I can drive, but I have to continue taking my medication, which is probably something they'll probably say. And then they'll probably say something to drive, something low powered for the first couple of years, see how you get on. And to be fair, I don't think I'll bother ever getting a powerful car because they are expensive to run. Cars that generally are expensive to run. I mean, motorcycles are now getting quite expensive to afford. Just to buy, I mean, the lessons on themselves are like 180 quid each time. They're very expensive. Which is what puts me off on riding bikes, really, because it's the whole day thing and I get tired quite quickly. So, doing it a whole day of, walking around the riding school, and you basically, instead of having the indicators working, you basically you got your indicator with your arm, like you're on a pedal bike where you're signalling with your hand. I mean, that's through the basic of training or the motorcycle. You're basically using your arm as an alternative in case the indicator goes. But, I mean, that's the old-fashioned way to do it. They used to do it on old motorbikes before they put in indicator signals and everything else. They basically had a halogen bulb, very old yellow halogen bulbs on the front of the bikes and a little red light at the back. That's all they used to do on bikes. But obviously things have been upgraded, tuned up, modified, safety regulations in it. So that's all the difference now. I think moving out is going to do me good, because it's not just the thinking of, obviously my mum's going to feel strange of having a place of her own too, but I think she'll benefit to me not to be in her hair all the time, and we can go separate ways. I think it'll do me good too, because I mean, a lot of the time, I mean, I don't really spend that much time with my own family as much as I did when I was younger. I mean, it's not surprised when I need 30 years old and I'm just kind of at that point in my life is I need to separate from people in the family society. I don't, mean it in the sense of I wouldn't miss them, because I would. It's just I want my own proper space when I got my own property and, have my own things in it to make it mine. Because in this house it's a combination of me and my mum's share of stuff in it. So the garage is a combination of my mum's stuff and myself own stuff, with the model railway, the box for my real doll, which, by the way, I just wanted to mention about this. The real doll videos that I've done on my doll, it's very popular, it seems. I didn't know how popular it was. Crikey. We had 500 views on it, 1,000 views, and 125 views on this real doll stuff. That's insane, because that's the only doll I bought, and at the time when I saved up for it, it was at 850 plus 125 for shipping, because it came from the ferry. It came on a freight boat, that was it, because the shipping was free because it came by freight, because the doll itself was so expensive. So it was a real doll, and the real dolls are expensive. And for those people are going to ask me, like, what is the point of a real doll? Well, a real doll potentially for some people are not interested in a relationship, or they've been through something, it makes them off put to be in a relationship with a real person, because it has something that makes them feel like they don't want to be in that situation again. Which I can understand why, because I have been through it with people over the years who are like that, and some go to use you for some reason, others use your name because they want something out of it, which I don't understand at all. But it's just kind of weird with some people's imagination. But for real dolls, they do have some weird characteristic. I can't pronounce that word. Basically, it's got its character. It kind of looks like a real female of a person, but it's not. It's fiction imagination, and obviously, it's basically you're imagining your relationship with your real doll. You basically is your partner or girlfriend or something. I mean, it's your imagining companionship, if you like. So, I mean, my imagination's high is why I got a real doll, and it gives me that level. I have a imaginary relationship with my imagination girlfriend. I mean, it works better for me these days because relationships in real life are with real people. No offense to those that work well with each other in that sense, but it's just for me. I didn't have the best experience with it, and people people might say this for comments, but people are too fussy about a lot of things these days. I mean, you get people picky about what they want to do with everything. People specifically want to be brainwashing, like, you have to do what they want to do all the time. Being with people like that, I have family members doing that sometimes. Not too often, but it does occasionally happen every now and again when we go around there. But yeah, if you want to leave any comments or questions for the Q&A video I'm doing on the 15th of September, which means I'll read your comments and questions coming up. Another thing I want to mention is if you are 18 and above, and you get those sort of family members who like to tell you can't do this, you can't do that. They're basically just trying to stall you from doing what you want to do in your own life. And trust me, I've been through that situation at one point in my life where my dad was naive for that. My mum, at times, she was like that too. And my granny, I call her my gran, because actually my gran would protect me what it means for money, which is strange. My granny, basically, she's a bit mind controlling with that. Don't know why, but she was always like that. Even when we ever want to do something, she was always particularly fussy about it. As I said, I love my family, even though they're a bit odd in characters. But I still love them in times when I really feel like I don't want to involve them, but that's family for you. I mean, yeah. I do love making my content, YouTube content, because I've run 2 YouTube channels now. My main channel is my train channel, of course. Been on YouTube for over 6 years now, and I've been doing quite a lot of content on that channel. I mean, I remember my first video I did, 5 years ago now, and I've basically done a lot of different content on model areas, train videos, train videos technically, but anyway, I've done chat videos, I've done daily life videos, I've done try not to laugh challenge on it. I even done some video gameplay on it at one time, and some real doll videos. And yes, I think once I get myself in a routine when I'm in place and settle down, my new routine, getting up and going to bed, going out in the morning and coming home 4 p.m. and then go to bed like between 9 and 9:30, and waking up at 6 or 5:30 or something. It gives me an opportunity to do things from all morning to like mid-afternoon, just to do whatever you need to do, come home, chill out, and maybe do my videos like early enough in the evening, like 5 or 6 in the evening, and then just chill out for the rest of the day and just watch some Netflix or YouTube content or something. So that sort of routine I might consider doing in that time when I've got my own place to live, but it's difficult at the moment because, well, the predicament, no, that's actually the word to use. The situation we are in at the moment, which is not ideal with COVID, as I said, and then it's not obviously there's no. Obviously we've got other people in the house too. I'm stressed. My mum's stressed because they've been kicked out for the way they used to live,